Hello again, everybody. I'm Scott Casper, and it's time to take a look at this week's news and features. What's trending from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. We start this edition with coverage from the 2014 Jack Pinto Cup. It was held this last weekend at the U.S. Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs. Now, the event is an international Greco-Roman dual meet held in memory of the late Jack Pinto, the 6-year-old athlete killed in the Sandy Hook school shooting in Connecticut. Now, 4 American squads squared off with 4 international teams, and it was a huge day for Team USA. Over the course of 16 dual meets, the 4 U.S. teams finished for a combined record of 13-3, while Team USA went a perfect 4-0 with 8 overall over India, 7-1 wins over the International All-Stars in China, and a 6-1 day over Kazakhstan. Team USA also had 5 athletes who went undefeated on the day. Our own Craig Sesker caught up with some of the stars from the event. We start with the outstanding wrestler for the American team, 2013 World Team member and heavyweight Robbie Smith. He looked very strong, winning 3 times while outscoring his opponents some 23-0.
Second match against Kazakhstan, it was way better wrestling on my feet, keeping my legs underneath me, moving them, and then getting my big throw there. Haven't had one of those in a while.
At 130 pounds, past World Team member Joe Betterman also went undefeated for Team USA 1.
We've been hitting the camps, and I just got back from Russia, and it's nice to get some actual competition matches in right before the shows and then head off to Bulgaria.
Next up, 187 pounds, World Team member Jordan Holm finished without a single loss.
It's an awesome opportunity to get these matches in, I think it's a good opportunity for me to try new things. I'm trying to push myself into new things I've been working on in practice and really getting after it and kind of letting it hang out there, go as hard as I can.
At 156, the exciting Kendrick Sanders had a pin, a tech fall, and 2 decisions on the way to his undefeated day.
That's my go-to move on top, and it's yet to be stopped yet, so I'm just looking forward to just keep working on it and improving, and hopefully it gets me far.
Other Team USA #1 athletes who went on undefeated that first day include 2-time Olympian Spencer Mango at 130 and 2-time World Team member Andy Bisick at 165. Well, China's Wang Xihu was named the outstanding wrestler for the international teams after a strong performance at 145. U.S. Greco-Roman coach Steve Frazier talked to us about the tremendous effort by the American contingent.
This Pinto Cup is a great event because we get so many matches in with the international guys, and it's a busy, long day, but a really good day.
Well, USA Wrestling has hosted an international Greco-Roman dual meet event every January for a number of years now. Well, the event was first called the Kit Carson Cup, then the Kiki Cup in honor of event sponsor Kiki Kelly. In December of 2012, after the very tragic school shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary in Connecticut, USA Wrestling and Kiki Kelly changed the name of the event to the Jack Pinto Cup to honor the 6-year-old USA Wrestling member who was among the victims. This year, members of Jack's family were guests of USA Wrestling at the event, including his father Dean and his older brother Ben. Also on hand, Natalie Hummel, the executive director of Kids in the Game, a nonprofit that manages the Jack Pinto Getting Kids in the Game initiative. It's aimed at helping underprivileged children get involved in sports. Well, USA Wrestling and the U.S. Olympic Committee held a very special presentation to the Pinto family where they were given several gifts, including a special USA Wrestling banner signed by the athletes and the USOC Olympic flag. Well, later into the day, the Pintos were also recognized at the Colorado Springs Metro Wrestling Championships. Dean Pinto talked to us about the family's support of the Cup and the sport of wrestling.
We're just so proud to help in any way that we can and give a little bit back in recognition of all of the wrestling community around the country who sent us letters and reached out to us and really made us feel a part of their family.
Well, Natalie Hummel of Kids in the Game talked about the new partnership with USA Wrestling.
We were super excited. We just think, having a partnership with USA Wrestling is a great fit for Kids in the Game, and getting kids into wrestling from the money we raise here just makes sense.
More from Colorado Springs when we return. Stay tuned.
ASICS has been there. They've been the lifeblood of of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because you know, I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Hi, I'm Wayne Boyd, Director of Operations and Development for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club. The club was founded to help wrestling worldwide, especially at our senior level, of course at the collegiate level and the high school level. But the most important level for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club is the kids level. And these are some of the guys today that will be tomorrow's Olympic champions. Let's hear it, guys.
Titan Mercury!
That's Titan Mercury Wrestling Club, San Marino, California.
Well, during the Jack Pinto Cup, we had a chance to talk with Kiki Kelly, the Greco-Roman World Team Leader for this Olympic cycle. Kelly's helped to support American Greco-Roman athletes for many years in many different ways, including sponsoring the Cup. Kelly, who has a family background in the sport, talked about having the Pinto family present at this year's event and about her love and passion for Greco-Roman.
It's incredible to have the Pinto family here. They're wonderful people. We can't do enough to honor. It's the very least that we can do. We hope to have them be embraced in our wrestling family and continue for many years to come.
One of America's top freestyle stars is two-time World Team member Brent Metcalf, and recently he traveled to Krasnoyarsk, Russia for the annual Ivan Urigan Memorial Grand Prix, one of the toughest tournaments in the world. Metcalf won a silver medal at this event just last year. He was gunning for another in 2014. Well, he competed in a loaded weight class, 143 pounds. He opened the tournament with a 10-0 tech fall over his Russian counterpart, Kozlov. In the second round, Metcalf fell to talented Sazlan Romanov of Russia. He went on to lose in the semifinals to World Team member Kurbanliev, knocking Metcalf out of the competition. Now, Romanov went on to finish third in the event for the second straight year. How tough is it? Well, the Winter International Tour season is now in full swing, and a number of U.S. teams are scheduled to hit the mats overseas in the coming weeks for just that purpose, getting a little bit sharper each and every week. Well, there's a new king of women's college wrestling. Led by 4 individual champs and a total team effort, King University won their first WCWA Women's College National title, slightly edging out Oklahoma City University. 2-point spread them. Outstanding performance. Winning her second straight WCWA Nationals title, 2013 U.S. Senior World Team member Allie Reagan. She scored a dominant 10-0 tech fall over Shea Mason from the University of Jamestown in the finals at 136. Now, 3 of Reagan's teammates went on to capture their very first college national crown. After placing second the last 2 years, Sarah Hildebrand came through with the title at 123 when she pinned Katie Chesson of Menlo College at 2 minutes 22 seconds in the finals.
I made a lot of changes, especially in the practice room. I mean, every day I get to drill with the senior world team member, Allie Reagan, so that really helped. I seriously noticed it.
Freshman Haley Agello, who was U.S. Senior Open runner-up just a year ago, dominated Amy Fernside from the University of Jamestown in the finals, 10-0. It's her first WCWA Nationals crown, doing so at 116. King veteran Julia Salata, who has fallen short in the previous WCWA Nationals, won a very competitive 5-1 decision over Kaylee Aggio of Oklahoma City, that at 155. Salata's win would clinch the team title for the Tornado. We talked with Agello and Salata following their all-important victories.
Just everything I've been putting into the last couple of weeks has really been helping, and I think that's what brought me here and brought me to the finals today.
It's been a long time coming. I was the #1 seed and ranked first my freshman year and ended up taking 4th. Last year I lost in the finals, and this year I finally got the win.
Well, King University head coach Jason Moorman talked about his team capturing their first national title.
I think we were down 13 points or so. They jumped up like 18.5 points after Webster won 101. And so we had a lot of work to do, but the ladies got it done.
Well, coming into this year, no athlete had ever won 4 WCWA college national titles. But this last weekend, 2 did just that, both from Simon Fraser. Victoria Anthony and Helen Maroulis won their 4th titles side by side, both members of the 2013 U.S. Senior World Team. Maroulis is a past world silver medalist, while Anthony, well, she boasts 2 junior world titles. Victoria needed very little time to get title number 4. She pinned Brianna Neal of Campbellsville in the finals in just 24 seconds. Are you kidding me? Man, 109 pounds was stacked.
It was a goal I set from my freshman year, so it was really good to see that through. And to do with Helen, I mean, we've grown up together. When I started wrestling, she was like one of the first people I met.
Maroulis also took home the title in the very first period, pinning Rachel McFarland of Oklahoma City in a minute 10. She was named the OW of the tournament.
Technically, Vicky was the first 4-timer because she wrestled 10 minutes before me. Yeah, it was a really great experience. I didn't know that it had never been done before. I just took it year by year.
Well, 2 other Simon Fraser athletes took home titles for the 2nd straight year, helping lead the team to a 3rd-place finish. Justina DeStasio beat Victoria Francis of Lindenwood 4-0 in the finals at 170 for title number 2. Closing out the finals at 191, Jenna McClatchy. She stopped Alexis McAdoo of King 8-2 to claim her 2nd straight WCWA title. Helping lead Oklahoma City to a 2nd-place finish, their star wrestler, Emily Webster. Well, she took the 101-pound crown with the 10-0 tech fall over Simon Fraser's Darby Huckle. It was Webster's 3rd straight WCWA national title for Archie Randall's Stars, while OCU came away with 14 individual All-Americans in the tournament. Winning her first WCWA crown, Tamara Mensah of Wayland Baptist. She stopped King's Amanda Hendy in the 143-pound finals 8-0. What makes it even more special is the very first WCWA title for the Wayland Baptist Pioneers. USA Wrestling Weekly continues. We'll be right back.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Well, it's getting late in the season for college wrestling, and the nation's best and individual athletes seem to be getting stronger by the week. Well, the biggest Division I dual meet from this last week featured the 2nd-ranked Hawkeyes from Iowa hosting Big Ten rivals 4th-ranked Minnesota at historic Carver Hawkeye Arena. Well, this time around, the tremendous home field advantage for the Hawkeyes could not and did not stop J. Rob's determined Gopher squad from putting on an impressive performance. Both teams won 5 each on the day, but it was bonus points and upsets that turned the tables. 19-15, the margin of victory for Minnesota, their first over the Hawkeyes in 8 years. Now, right off the bat, unranked Sam Broncail of Minnesota scored a stunning pin at 125 over Iowa's third-ranked Thomas Gilman at 203. Another big win for the Gophers came at 157. Iowa's defending national champ Derek St. John took on past NCAA runner-up Dylan Ness. With St. John up 3-2 late in the match, Ness scored 5 points on a reversal and near fall with 26 seconds left for a 7-4 victory. In the upper weights, it was top-ranked Scotty Schiller who helped seal the deal with an impressive 16-5 major decision over the 9th-ranked Nathan Burek at 197. Well, things didn't go all Minnesota's way in this intense rivalry, not at all. At 141, Hawkeye Josh Jeva stopped number 5, Chris Dardanes 1-0. We go to 174 in a battle of nationally ranked stars. Iowa's Mike Evans edged out Logan Storley 2-1 in an overtime tiebreaker. And at heavyweight, Hawkeye big man Bobby Telford took 2-time NCAA champ Tony Nelson into OT as well, coming out with a 3-1 sudden victory win. Also victorious for the Hawkeyes, NCAA runner-up Tony Ramos at 33 and Nick Moore at 65. The other wins for Minnesota came from Nick Dardanes at 49 and Kevin Steinhaus at 84. With the win, Minnesota moved to the number 2 spot in the rankings. Penn State remained at number 1, while Iowa dropped a spot to 3rd. Rounding up the top 5, number 4 Cornell, and the always amazing Panthers of the University of Northern Iowa. Well, for the 14th straight year, USA Wrestling's national staff hosted the Colorado Springs Metro Wrestling Championships, a tournament for high school teams in the Pikes Peak region. The event is put on as a service to the local wrestling community, and a record 26 teams entered this year, and the competition was nothing short of outstanding. Winning a Colorado Springs Metro title is a big deal for athletes in the Olympic City, but winning it more than once, well, that's a tremendous achievement to say the least. Last year, Gio Martinez of Pine Creek became the first 4-time Metro champ after taking home the title during his senior year. In 2014, no wrestler reached a 4th title, but Discovery Canyon's Adrian Mack won his 3rd straight Metro crown. He took the title at 170 with a 5-3 victory over Joseph Glenn of Lewis Palmer.
The first period I felt fine, and then after that I should have just kept kicking him out. I don't know, it just kind of got to me.
Winning the Springs Metro title for the 2nd time was Brandon Supernaw from the host school, Doherty High. Wrestling on his home mat, Supernaw stopped Jimmy Weaver of Coronado at the 160 finals, 5-1.
I'm doing extra reps, staying late, getting the job done, so I think this is just progress up to state, and it's the best I can ask for right now.
Also winning his 2nd, Coronado's returning 113-pound state champ, Jess Hankin. He competed at 126 this year and took home the title with a 2-1 victory over Doherty's Nathan Gonzalez.
It was definitely a good test, dropping to 126s for my first time. He was a great opponent to test myself on.
Well, winning the event for the first time is always a big achievement. Just ask David Traynor of Discovery Canyon. He was runner-up last year. This year, well, he won the 195-pound gold, beating Ben Self of Air Academy 8-7.
You got to beat the best guys in your region and the area. I mean, Colorado Springs is tough, so winning this just kind of, brings me up to my next step, but winning that state title.
When a freshman wins a Metro title, they set themselves up for a chance to win 4. It's a beginning. The champ at 106 this year was freshman Jordan Martinez of Pine Creek. His older brother, nationally ranked college star Josh Martinez of Air Force, himself a 3-time Metro champ. Martinez beat Alec Oberdorfer of Lewis Palmer 8-6.
I thought I wrestled good, but I didn't wrestle to my best. But I felt like I gave up a lot of points, and there's still a lot to work on.
Well, winning the team title was a young group from Pine Creek who stopped runner-up Lewis Palmer by a whopping 75 points. It was the 5th time Pine Creek has won the Metro, the most of any school. Coach Billy Gable talked about his championship team.
I literally have probably one of the best coaching staffs in the country, and they make Pine Creek look good. They make our community look good. They train these guys to be the best they can be, and I'm honored and blessed to be a part of that.
USA Wrestling will be right back. Stay tuned.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are, whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
Lots of wrestling going on in the Springs, and this week the 16th edition of the Dave Schultz Memorial International will take place at the Olympic Training Center. Competition in all 3 Olympic styles. The event will be webcast live on themat.com and USA Wrestling's YouTube channel. It's held in memory of the late Dave Schultz, a world and Olympic champ who was tragically murdered in '96. Schultz was a true ambassador of goodwill around the world. Numerous world and Olympic champs have won this event over the years, including American Olympic gold medalist Brandon Slay, Rulon Gardner, and Jordan Burroughs. This year, 3 Olympic medalists are on the preliminary entry list, including Olympic freestyle bronze medalist Coleman Scott of Team USA, 2-time Olympic medalist Gutzel Munirova of Kazakhstan, and Olympic bronze medalist Randy Miller of the USA will compete in women's freestyle. Now, the women's draw is loaded at this year's event with at least 6 past world champs in the field. Last week, we talked with 2012 Olympian Kelsey Campbell, who did not compete last year but is back this year in pursuit of world and Olympic gold.
It's good to be back. I think it really is good to be back. I think I needed to be away. I needed to relocate to appreciate it again.
A big part of Schultz Week are the international training camps held just prior to the event. USA Wrestling's Richard Emmel stopped by and visited with some of the stars. The women's practice featured athletes from USA, China, India, and other nations. Richard talked with world champ Elena Peroskova.
It's kind of exciting to kind of get back on the mat and compete. We're going to be going up a weight class, so let's try to, since we have 2 new Olympic weight classes, we're going to try to see where I kind of fit in and settle in.
Fresh off the collegiate season, world team members Helen Maroulis and Victoria Anthony are now fully focused on their Olympic ventures.
I talked to Terry and I heard there's a lot of teams and a lot of countries, so I'm definitely excited to get back on the international scene and prepare for that and World Cup and everything else.
2016 is the overarching goal, and world teams and world championships up until planning to be a world champion this year, so yeah.
OTC resident and 3-time junior world medalist Erin Golston is looking to add to her medal count at upcoming major senior level events.
Just really going in with confidence. That's one thing I'm focusing on, because I know I've been training really hard just these past couple weeks, this whole year really, and I just know if I go in with confidence, a good game plan, I'll be fine.
There's also a large group of Greco-Roman athletes at the training center taking advantage of the international training and competitions. They include Brian Graham of the Minnesota Storm. He's looking to climb the ladder of success in Greco.
Just trained with Dane Chandler and Brandon Polson, so we got 2 of the best coaches, I believe, in the United States, up in Minnesota at the MTC, and I just love it up there, and it's awesome. It's a little cold, though. It's negative 17, I think, right now.
While USA Wrestling's Google Plus Hangouts continued with a visit with the Division I program, Boston University. Last year, the university announced it would drop the program following this year, but the BU alum and current athletes have been working hard to prove that wrestling deserves to be a continuing part of the program there at Boston. Though facing elimination, Boston is having one of their best seasons ever. A team is loaded with seniors who are making an impact in their new conference, the highly respected EIWA. Nestor Tafur is ranked 5th nationally at 57 and has been a leader for the Boston program.
On April Fool's Day, the day we were going to have to play football, they pull us into this room and hit us with this news from the left field, and had no idea it was coming.
Senior Kevin Enos, who was an NCAA qualifier at heavyweight, talked about how the team has come together this year.
Me and Ness have been here for a while, and we've seen guys come in, and we see where they started out and where they are now, and it's pretty incredible how guys are training with such a purpose.
Legendary coach Carl Adams, a 2-time NCAA champ as an athlete and head coach at BU now for over 30 years, talked about his Terriers.
Here we are having to go through a season without members that could contribute to what we're doing as a team. And we still have probably the toughest schedule we've ever had.
Assistant coach Sean Harrington has been impressed by the team's positive attitude and strong performance.
Every one of these athletes stayed here to compete for this university and to compete for Coach Adams and the Boston University wrestling team, and to live out this fight that we're in.
Hey, it's time for our USA Wrestling Photo of the Week contest. The pictures are sent in by families and fans from around the country and are also part of our USA Wrestling Facebook page and USA Wrestler Magazine contest. This week's Photo of the Week taken by American journalist T.R. Foley. He attended the Regan Memorial Grand Prix in Russia. The photo shows two-time World Team member Brent Metcalf and Cadet World Team member Aaron Pico in a freestyle training session. Have your photographs and pictures considered for USA Wrestling's photo contest simply by emailing them to Gary Abbott at gabbott@usawrestling.org. Folks, that'll do it for this week's show. Surely that's not all the news. We'll have more next week. So for all of us at USA Wrestling, I'm Scott Kesmer, and thanks for watching.